Hello, and welcome to episode 20 of The Dig. When we talk about constructing concrete linings, we envision setting up cement plants and mixers, but what if we could just show up with concrete on a roll and just add water? Sounds too good to be true, but at Titan Environmental, experts in geosynthetics have just a solution called concrete canvas. So let's dig in now with Ron Drewry from Titan Environmental. Hi, Ron. Welcome to The Dig.
Hi, Ryan. Thanks for having me on. Much appreciated.
Yeah, great. So tell us a little bit, what is this concrete on a roll?
Concrete on a roll, or concrete canvas is what we call it, is a flexible concrete impregnated fabric that hardens when hydrate to form a kind of a durable waterproof layer that's essentially concrete on a roll. Just exactly that. It's made up of four components. First off, there's the fibrous hydrophilic fibers on the top that help wick the water into the product. There's a 3D fiber matrix reinforcing in the center, which basically you can think of as rebar in situ concrete. Then there's obviously the dry concrete cement mix inside of it. And then on the back is a PVC layer, which gives it its impermeability and its waterproofing. It's generic name for those, if you might see it in a drawing or something from an engineering firm, we call it a geosynthetic cementatious composite mat, or a GCCM. That's its generic name.
I think I'll stick with concrete on a roll. It's so that kind of also explains why you can actually put it on a roll, because I've seen it. I've seen some of your videos, and when I first heard the term concrete on a roll, I was trying to figure out how does that happen. But you've now described why it has all these other components to it that creates this. So I'm very curious though, how did this even come about? How did this innovation start?
Yeah, it's a unique story. There was a couple fellows over in the UK back in about 2004 going to university. They signed up for a bit of a contest in regards to cement or concrete because they needed some tuition money and some beer money. And so in 2004, they came up with a bit of a concept for a concrete canvas shelter, something that had concrete canvas on the outside, a bladder on the inside. You aired it up, it inflated, you hydrated the outside and pinned it to the ground, and you had a shelter. It had a door on it and stuff like that. And it was a great concept for, let's say, refugee kind of stuff or humanitarian needs. So in 2005, they incorporated the company with the goal to begin to commercialize this concept. And during that process, they realized that not just the shelter, but the concrete canvas material itself had some huge commercial value for all kinds of different applications. So in 2009, they began commercial production of the concrete canvas itself and selling it worldwide. In 2014, they won several awards about being the fastest growing business in the UK, in Wales, where it's manufactured. In 2018, recently, they just purchased an 86,000 square foot new factory so they can quadruple their output. And they're going great guns there. To date, they're in 80 countries and have reps all over the place. So they're doing extremely well. So it's a real good news story.
Wow. So yeah, definitely. And I'm new to this whole concept and this product and solution. So it's interesting to have. It's had quite the story, and it's been growing. So in terms of applications, specifically in mining, how are we applying it in the mining industry right now?
In the mining world, we have 4 or 5 core applications where we see it used all the time. Channel lining, obviously one of the main things for its ease of installation in remote areas and how quick you can put it in the ground, that kind of stuff. Lining spillways, lining channels, slope protection being another one. Stop slopes from eroding, protecting the slopes from vegetation and all the rest of it. Bund lining and more of a petrochem, lining tank farms, that kind of thing. Secondary containment. Concrete remediation, so putting it down in existing concrete channels, irrigation channels, stuff like that. In the underground world, vent walls is a big application. Concrete canvas comes in, just so people know, comes in 3 different formats. There's a bulk roll that you would hang off an excavator, and that would be probably our main way we do it. Then there's batch rolls, which they call them man-portable rolls. They weigh about 140 pounds. So for remote access or putting them in a pickup or taking them underground, you could do that. And then if the geometry works and the design works, they also have made recently wide rolls, so 2 meter wide or 3 meter wide rolls. So there's different variants you can use depending on what your application is.
Well, and that's interesting. You mentioned that it was applied underground. I didn't know that. So what is it really replacing, like shotcrete or what?
Yeah, exactly. It's a big replacement for shotcrete. It has a bunch of benefits over shotcrete. It can be installed a lot quicker, number one. You don't need as many guys. You don't need so much equipment. It's not quite as dirty. You can simply build whatever form you want, whether it's steel, whether it's wood, whether it's mesh, hang the concrete canvas on it, and then use a non-off-gassing spray foam around the edges to seal it up, hydrate it, and there you have a wall. And because ventilation costs underground are huge, so the better you can do with your ventilation, the more money.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So do you have a specific example that you could share with us where this was applied in the mining industry?
Yeah, we recently did a job up in the Yukon. So it's a good showcase in the essence, it's in cold weather because everybody wants to know, being in Canada, how does it work in the cold weather? How does it handle the winters? And because of its flexural characteristics, it handles the winters and the freeze thaw extremely well because it has about a 5% flexural strength to it. So it can handle those undulations. So we did that job up in the Yukon. We lined 2 big, huge channels. A couple of the benefits the customer liked was the speed we could install it, because you got to fit in between other contractors doing other things, and we're a little bit more weather resistant. Concrete canvas obviously doesn't mind the rain. The fellas installing it might mind it, but the product doesn't care. So you don't have to shut down if it starts to rain. So we laid about 8,000 square meters of product in approximately 7 to 8 days, I believe.
Wow.
And so it just shows how fast you can put it in the ground, the limited trained crew that you need, the limited tools you need. It's just a very, very simple product. So the customer was really happy. The manufacturer was very good with helping us with some of the anchoring solutions because they have a pile of data behind them to assist in all the different applications around the world. So that product was really good.
Excellent, excellent. So where do you see this product going? Like, is that like typical of what I see with innovations is there's an application, then people start adapting it to other solutions or solving other problems. Where do you see it?
Yeah, it's actually quite interesting because not too many days go by when I get a phone call and somebody says, "Can I use it here?" or "Can I use it here?" and that kind of thing. And lots of times, no, it's not feasible because it's not magic concrete canvas. It's simple concrete canvas. But it does have vast different solutions from, we're getting into remediation. Weed suppression is a huge thing now where you're putting this along highways, you're putting it under fences to cut down on your mowing and your weed eating costs. So that's a big thing that's coming at us. So it's endless underground, up on the back, doing drainage channels along the side. So it's getting more common where people just have it in stock and they think, okay, well, I can use it here or I can use it there in different scenarios. So it's endless. There's all kinds of different applications that come at us daily, and we kind of take a look at them and see if that's going to work or not, and go from there.
Well, it's a very fascinating product, and I really appreciate you taking the time to share with us your story there.
Oh, much appreciated. And if anybody needs more information, they can get a hold of me, or they can go to Titan Environmental's website. We have loads of resources there, and we got a huge team to help everybody out to get you what you need, whether it's data or installation help, all that kind of stuff.
Excellent. Okay. Well, take care, Ron.
All right. Thanks again, Ryan.
And thank you for joining us on The Dig. But before we leave, we have our own Stephanie Alvarez to share some important information with us.
Thanks, Ryan. I would like to invite all of our members to join our Compendium 2021. It is our silver edition. And for more information, you can contact Linda Collins at collins@mstacanada.ca. Also, we are open for new members. For more information, please email us at membership@mstacanada.ca. Have a great rest of the week.
Thank you, Stephanie. Until next time, I'm Ryan McEachern. Take care and stay safe.